Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the next edition of the Hillbilly Files. Now, before I go any further, before I say anything at all, I want to tell you guys that the calm, cool, collected voice that you hear right now is a lie. You see, just barely under the surface, there is a screaming 5-year-old who just got a brand new puppy for Christmas. You'll see why in a minute. Well, you'll see why all throughout the video, I'm sure. You see, old Leo, he just got him a new camper. Well, it's not a new camper, it's an old camper. I gave $100 for it. Not bad though, huh? Looks good on the bus. She's 20 years old. Not bad for a 20-year-old truck, huh? I'm going to have her a birthday party in a few months when she turns 20. Get 2 cupcakes. Put a 2 on one and an O on the other one. 20. I'll eat my cupcake and peel out on the other one. I may get a little party hat, too. We'll see. You know I'd do it, too. You know I would. Anyway. All right, I'll quit goofing off. I probably won't. This spot right here, as beautiful as this little spot is, this is going to be my home for about the next 36 hours. I brought a ton of stupid, cool camping gadgets, all kinds of crazy stuff. I got my camper. I already modified it to hook up my heat. And y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we go places and do stories, right? And some of the times we'll go places, Easter weekend and several different, we'll go somewhere and set up camp somewhere or rent an Airbnb and do stories, in the area, little bits of video here and there. Some are stories you're working on now, some stories that, you're working on for the future. But anyway, you're gathering little bits of video either way. We were just thinking, we wanted to get, a pool camper, something like that. But this is much more affordable, to be honest. I already had the truck. $100, I'm good to go. But I brought some really cool stuff, y'all. Some of y'all been watching about the super tent that I've been building, the 10 by 10 room, straight walls from a gazebo that I'm building. I brought that. I won't be using all of it, but I'll be using the top and probably, I'm thinking, have one wall here with the window facing that way and leave the 2 sides, leave those open. I had to break out my hillbilly ingenuity a little bit. We've only had the camper for about 48 hours, so I had to work quick. Had a few little things to take care of, a couple little things to fix. I've still got a piece of trim on the other side. But look what I did here. The window just, rolls back to open to expose the hole. And I've got it insulated. And it fits this tube right here, which goes to my diesel heater. So I will have heat in this puppy tonight. Imagine that. I'm trying to see if I can set this thing up to where, you could go somewhere, quickly set it up, and have an actual comfortable place to stay, whether it's cold or hot or whatever, depending on, whatever the case may be. But, be comfortable either way and not paying, great big Airbnb fees. And it'll also double our range, how far we can go. Because typically, you'll leave the house, you'll drive, go to the store, you'll drive back the same day. With this setup here, if I can make this all work and make it actually comfortable, we could drive somewhere, just set up somewhere. You can set up at Walmart. You've got access to bathrooms and Wi-Fi and everything. They don't care. They're cool with it. You're going to buy stuff. They're cool with it. So, you could even do something like that. Just the possibilities are endless. We like to do the stories, and I love to do I love to be out. Y'all know, I love to be out here in nature, in the wild. You know, I'm comfortable here. I'm home here, you know. I literally learned to swim right up here. About 100 yards past this little curve right here is where I actually learned to swim, way back in the 70s. Yes. No one ever questioned my hillbilly heritage. I was born here. Well, she looks a little more homey now, don't she? What do you guys see what I did here, what I set up? I'm not completely done, but the gist of it, you know what I mean. But check out my view. Right out of the back of my truck, right out of my camper. Just a few feet from the water. And I've got my poles ready. I'm getting ready to throw them out. About this early afternoon. I'm not really sure what time it is. Let's see. 2 o'clock, 1:57. Got my stuff set up. Tiki torch for later. A little bit of light when I'm fishing. Fish right there is my plan. What do y'all think? Looks a little bit better, don't it? That right there, always a plus. Have a little fire going at your campsite. Always a big plus, isn't it? But anyway, see what y'all think. Now, I brought a Christmas tree. I know it's not even quite Thanksgiving yet, but why not? I already had it, and it was sitting right there. So I thought, why not? Just throw it in there, throw it in the truck, and we'll sit it in front of one of the windows. Should be cute. But I've got my bed all set up. Overhead light, ceiling fan if I wanted. Don't think I'll be needing a ceiling fan tonight, though. Got my bed all set up. Got him ready. And I've, without heat, I've done, with this same setup, I've done camped in the 20s, you know, in a tent with this setup. So, you know, even without heat, it should be more than adequate, you know, as is for 30s. I've camped in 20s with just this in a tent, you know, not counting having heat. But I brought my buddy heater, and later, after, you know, a little bit of fishing, I plan to come in here and fix me some dinner. Got my fire maple Saturn stove set up. I love this thing. I absolutely love it. But I'm going to fix me a really good meal later. I'm going to fix me some pork chops and mushrooms and some asparagus. That sounds good, don't it? Fix me a really good meal too while I'm out here. And I brought the laptop, got some movies downloaded on it, so, you know, watch a couple movies later. But I'll zip this up and light the buddy heater and sit in here in the really nice, warm, awesome view and and watch some movies or something. But what I wanted to show y'all, remember the little hole? I've got it put together. You can see the vent just barely. He lines up just right. But look out here what I did. Let me get out here. The simplest way is usually the best. And in this case, that was exactly the way it worked out. I tried several different ways of setting this up and mounting it so that I could get the vent directly in there. I tried a table. Now, matter of fact, that little table right there. But the thing about it, the truck has suspension. It bounces. And this isn't a problem, but this could work loose. So the table was out. I also tried bungee straps and a little chain mount coming off of right here, the lip right here. Didn't work very well, so I went back to the original plan, and I made, it's 2 ratchet straps. I cut the ends off, and going underneath here, all I got to do is just 1 bolt. I take this 1 bolt loose, slip those under the camper, between the camper and the bed of the truck, tighten the bolt back down, and that's just old pipe strap that I had laying around. I folded it and I've got it doubled over twice here for 4 layers, just to be on the safe side, to catch if anything ever did slide. And to attach it to the pipe strap to the bungee straps, I used baling wire and sewed it directly to the pipe straps. Theoretically, in theory, either one of these should hold a solid 100 pounds. No problem. Just one should hold a solid 100 pounds. The simplest way is usually the best, isn't it? But it may be too much, even on low. It may be too much for this small compartment. But that's the whole point. Well, that's part of the point of this trip. Is doing a bunch of testing. What works, what doesn't work. Kind of marry our stories with our camping. Kind of marry the two. Make sense? That way you can go to other places, have really cool adventures while you're out doing these really cool stories. Sounds good, don't it? If you like, if you like this sort of thing, if you're not really into this, if it isn't your thing, it probably sounds like a nightmare, because it's about 40 degrees out here right now, and it's going to get colder. It's supposed to get right at 32, right about freezing. So, but I just thought I'd put up the canopy just for, give me a little bit of covered shelter area, and I can use it later, like I said, as a living area. Just close that one, zip that down, turn on the buddy heater, and load up a movie. How cool is that? Got a little fireplace, a little fire pit right there. I could have another one if I wanted to, but I probably won't. That's all I ever use, is that little. It's a wood burning barbecue grill is what it actually is. I've looked for these. I've had several people ask me about this, and I can't find them online anymore. I don't remember. I've had that one for probably 20 years. Realistically speaking, if you could just get a 5-gallon metal bucket and drill holes properly, you want bigger and more at the top and very few holes at the bottom, just because if you put too many, it burns up your wood really fast. And this thing right here, I've had this camping dozens and dozens of times. You can take about a wheelbarrow full of firewood, will last all evening, all night long, and put out, good heat and all that stuff, and you need very little firewood. But anyway, I do believe that I'm going to grab my chair and my fishing equipment here and set up and throw some chicken liver out and see if we catch anything. Winter time, well, not quite winter, but close enough. Water's pretty cold, 40 degrees out here, so the water's not real warm. Well, it's about 3 o'clock, and so far I've gotten exactly the same number of bites that I thought I would get. 0. Hanging out by my fire, keep your feet warm. It's not that bad. Like I said, it's about 40 right now, maybe a little bit less. It's not too bad. I'm wearing coveralls, so it's not too bad. But I've got my electric coat with me and all kinds of junk, so I should be good to go either way. But I've got my poles out. I've got the bells open. I don't know if y'all know this trick. It works real good in still ponds where there ain't no movement in the water. But it's also a handy little trick if you're not paying very close attention. If you're doing other stuff, leave the bells open and throw it out, let it settle, and leave the bells open, and put a little piece of styrofoam on your line. That way, if the line moves at all, that styrofoam will move away from the rod, and you can tell at a distance if you're getting a bite or if you've gotten a bite. If you got a bite a minute ago, it'll still pull it out, and it'll be down there somewhere, or hopefully taking off across the water. But I like this little setup, you know, just for me, you know. It's everything I need and a whole bunch of stuff that I don't, you know. A whole bunch of stuff that I don't need. Who brings a Christmas tree camping with them? Leo. Well, I guess I'm going to hang out by the fire just for a second. Just kind of kick back. I got me some hot coffee over there by the stove. Of course, it don't do me much good over here, does it? You can see the sun. It's still on that far hillside over there. There's a little bit of sunlight left. Beautiful place though, isn't it? And this is usually during the summer months. This is a little bit too popular for me. You know, it's a well-known spot, like I said, to locals. You know, they come down here and swim and fish and, you know, camp and carry on. But during the winter time, when the weather's cold, there ain't a whole lot of people down here. There ain't a whole lot of people out here anywhere. So it's almost like the whole world is yours. You know, if you're willing to get out and in some cold weather a little bit, it's like the whole world is yours. You know, everybody else is gone. Is that not pretty? Train just adds to it, doesn't it? Cool little spot. I like it. I like that too. I like that little setup. That looks pretty good. Well, it looks like I have made me a friend. Didn't we? How you doing? Yeah, I have no idea. She's apparently belongs to someone who lives nearby. But she just came down through here. Real friendly little girl. And I had some wings. I got when I stopped and got the Duraflame and the baked chicken liver. I went and got a couple 6-piece chicken wings. So I gave her, since I'm having dinner here in a little while, I gave her my wings. I gave her my lunch. So we've both had a pretty good meal. That right, little girl? Yeah, you're a very friendly girl, ain't you? What is it? What is it? Is it something up there? What is it? What is it? Let's see that face. Let's see that pretty face. Yeah, let's see that pretty face. Look at that girl. Yeah. So yeah, I guess me and whatever her name is are kind of hanging out by the riverbank, I guess. Having dinner. I don't know how long she's going to hang out, but I don't mind. I don't mind a little company. That right? That right? Yeah. Yeah, you're a good girl, ain't you? Yeah, you're a good doggy. Yeah, you're a good doggy, ain't you? And you like chicken, too, huh? Chicken wings pretty good, ain't they? Yeah, that's pretty good. A dinner guest. I had a dinner guest, y'all. A very friendly one. Not very talkative, but a very friendly dinner guest. Getting pretty. It's nice out. I've just been kind of hanging out, enjoying the heat. You know, it's not real cold, but it's still nice hanging out by the fire. You know, a little bit of heat here and there. It's nice. It'll soon be dinner time. Ain't got a single bite. I've had the poles out now for about 2 or 3 hours, and they have not moved. The lines have not moved in any way, shape, or form. They're exactly where I left them. So I'm guessing we're probably not going to catch a whole bunch of fish tonight. But we'll leave them out for a while and just see what happens. Never know, you might get lucky. You might catch something, huh? Like we're heading off. See ya. Check out this view though. How pretty is this? Not the dog butt. Well, I guess the dog butt's kind of cute too, I suppose. That's chicken liver now. That's raw chicken liver. All right. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl, ain't you? You like that butt scratched? Do you like that butt scratched? Yeah, I bet you do, don't you? Good puppy. You're a good pup. That fire feel good? Does that warm fire feel good? Yeah, you can hang out by the fire if you want to. I'm okay with it. I don't guess I mind. At least I know you're not on the road. She had to cross the road to get down here. There's a little holler right back that way where I'm sure she lives. She's not, you know, skinny or anything like that. She looks very healthy, so she's definitely somebody's dog. So at least I guess she's hanging out down here. She's not hanging out in the road, is she? It just looks cool, don't it? Just something as simple as that. Looks really cool. Well, my little friend left. Soon as the chicken was gone, so was she. Just kind of hanging out. Got my chops out thawing. There's a little bit on the frozen side. Not exactly real warm out here today. He should be fine. Getting ready to fire him up, guys. Getting ready to warm up some coffee for later and kick back. I still got my rods out, but they're not getting any bites at all. I brought them in a little while ago and checked them, and still had bait on them, hadn't been touched. So I put them back out there, and they've been there ever since and have not twitched. So I'm guessing we're probably not going to catch a whole lot of fish on this trip. Got my fire going good, as you can see. You know, kind of hanging out by the fire, just sipping on coffee, watching the poles, and, you know, watching the world float by. We are heated up and ready to rock. I did make one little mistake. I left my fork. Hang on. I left the fork at, well, I guess you probably don't want to see me. You want to see that, right? I left my fork at the house, but luckily I had the magic box, so I got some marshmallow roasting forks. They'll work just as good, I'm sure. Here we go. She's preheated, so she should sizzle a little bit. Oh yeah. I don't think I'll need any oil. You know, it's a pork chop. So it should have plenty in it. And I've got another one too, just in case one don't get it. I've got me a spare. So far so good, huh? We're sizzling, right? Now that should be a pretty good meal. And I didn't bother with the plate. I left the plate deliberately. I'm gonna eat off the metal hot plate. Don't look half bad, does it? I haven't put any oil in it. Like I said, the pork chop should have plenty. I put a couple tablespoons of water just to kind of steam some of the veggies a little bit. They're coming right along. Looking good, ain't it? I love this little stove too. It's got, I showed it, we did a review on it. It has preheat tubes. If you use propane or butane, that kind of thing, they tend to, when the weather gets cold, if you camp in the winter, they get cold and the liquid, the gas turns to a liquid. But this one, let me put this off just for a second, and I'll show you. This one, see these little tubes? One right there, and one over on this side. And what that does is the gas goes through those, and then to the burner. Yeah, buddy, it looks good, don't it? Almost. Little longer. Little longer, my friend. But anyway, what I was going to say, what I was saying is your gas doesn't freeze up on you, and you can use it in cold weather. Propane, when it gets cold, you have a little itty bitty flame. No matter how high you turn it, you have a little tiny flame. And with this, you don't have that problem. You know, just because those two little tubes made all the difference in the world. I really like that thing. That is really nice. And you can put big things or little things, or you know, whatever you want. And it's little tiny footprint. Has a little round case that it just sits right down in. And it folds right up. The legs fold up, and just little tiny thing. I like it. Your camping space is an issue, which not so much with a truck, but still, usually space is an issue. And anything you can do the same thing with a smaller storage, smaller junk, less junk, you're better off. So yeah, I love this thing, man. This is awesome. I love it. It looks really good, don't it? Y'all should smell it. It smells fantastic. I kid you not. You're on the wrong side. he was over here. Yeah, my puppy dog left. Yeah, she took off, man. She just loved me for my chicken, apparently. And as soon as the chicken was gone, she left me for another man. But I guess at least it was her owner, you know. So whatever. I guess I was, you know, the other guy. He's almost done. And cut up the meat so I could mix it all up and heat it all evenly. Make sure that the asparagus is done. Trimmed the fat too. Got rid of that. Left a little bit, you know, just enough for some oil, so it doesn't need any added. So, but yeah, it's looking really good. Tasted a little sample or two. Pretty darn good. Here, you want to bite a mushroom? That's pretty good. That's not bad. Not bad riverbank cuisine. Look at that. How good that looks. Little chunks of mushroom. I should have took the whole thing of mushrooms. I just did like, you know, little square containers. I got like half of one. Should have done the whole thing. I didn't count on the mushrooms shriveling up when you heat them. But that's alright. We got plenty. It looks really good though, don't it? The smell is fantastic. It smells really good. She's just about ready. Been cooking it low and slow. And I had a couple tablespoons of water in it. Let that all evaporate out. And she's looking good. Some of them are crispy and some of them aren't. This should be really good. I've been looking forward to this for a minute. See, the puppy dog should have stuck around, shouldn't she? She would have got some of this. Oh well. Oh, hot but very good. Very hot, very good. Not bad at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and start picking at it now. Tired of waiting. That'll work. I'm gonna have to switch over into nighttime mode, and I want to set up. I got some cool lights and stuff too. You know. So, and my little Christmas tree too. You know, I'm gonna hook all that junk up here in a little while, and sit down inside, close this up, and watch me a movie. Sit right there. Put my laptop over here, and sit here and watch me a movie in front of my little buddy heater, and just chill and relax, and absolutely make like a pig on some pork chops. That sounds pretty good, don't it? Getting ready to kick back and have some dinner. And by the way, it's 42 right now, so it's expected to drop quite a bit, but we're still, I thought it was probably in the high 30s, but yeah, whatever, close enough. 42's, well, it's 42, I guess, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna have some dinner and move on to something else fun here in a minute. So what do you think? That's the view through the window. Thanks, I still got my fire going. Truck's right there. Trust me. Right there. It's good and dark now, in case you couldn't tell that. It's good and dark now. Get rid of that. I gave up fishing. They weren't doing nothing. I had it out there from about 2 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. Or no, earlier than that. And never got a bite. The moon out. All kinds of stars. I don't see any of them on the screen. It just looks black. And I don't see any stars on the screen. But check out my little abode. Alright, hang on. I got some light on. I got more than enough light to see in here. But let me turn a little bit more on for you. And a little Christmas tree going on a laptop for watch a movie here in a minute. Got my little buddy heater sitting here by my comfy chair. Got my table and my bedroom right there. Not bad, huh? Not a bad little setup. It's a little bit cool, to be honest. Hang on, it's well, it's still 40. I think it was 42 when we looked last. It's 40 now. It says 46. I laid the other sensor, wasn't thinking, laid it on the hood, and it's picking up some heat from the engine. Wasn't quite as cool as I thought it was. So we're still holding about 40. We're not really supposed to get to, I think, 32, something like that, so it won't get real cold. But either way, I should be more than good to go. But I've just got a couple lights there. You can see them pointing up on the ceiling, and it reflects off the ceiling, and I got plenty of light in here. I mean, the camera probably don't see it that well, but I've got tons of light I can see without, hang on, no, wrong button. That's with no light on at all right there. And you can see just fine. Fishing poles in the corner, thermos, see everything, no problem. I've got another one here. Check this out for inside. if I can reach it when I go to bed later. Got a little remote for it too. You can make it change colors and do all kinds of stuff. It's a rechargeable. Heather got it. Where's white? Oh, that was it, wasn't it? That's work. That'll work. And I was just thinking, inside light. Yeah, it's very dark. And you can see the moon right there just coming up. Ow. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not real warm out here. But it sure is nice. It's very peaceful, very quiet. There ain't a soul around. Well, that road. Every now and then a car will come down the road up through there. There was a couple of them earlier during the daylight, you know, blew their horns. I just waved. I don't care. How y'all doing? And let this inside just warm up a little bit. I know it ain't going to hold heat because it's open there and there. But she should be a little bit warmer, you know, right directly in front of the buddy heater to watch a movie with my little Christmas tree in the window. Merry Christmas, everybody. It ain't even Thanksgiving yet. Merry Christmas anyway. Let's see y'all in a minute, dog. In a little while, I'm going to fire that puppy up there. We'll hook him up and fire him up and test it and get inside there and see just how well she works, right? See how well it does. I'm thinking I should be more than good. Like I said, I think it was right at 18,000 BTUs or something. That should be more than enough for that little camper. I mean, you know, that should be good down to below zero. You know, you should be good to go. If you're willing to take the temperature once you get out of the truck, you know. But anyway, all right, I'm going to get off here. Heather downloaded a few for me. I'm not sure what she got me. Fifth Element, Immortal Wars, Monster Hunters. I see a few. Last time I went camping, she downloaded the last time that she downloaded movies for me when I went camping. One of them was about these killers who kill campers, you know, and the other one was about Bigfoot killing campers, and the other one was like regular, you know, hillbillies killing campers. Yeah, I'm seeing a trend here. Which that last one, I'm not too worried about that last one, you know, getting killed by hillbillies. I'm one of them, you know, they're not going to bother me. So, yeah, I guess it's just, you know, mostly Bigfoot, I guess I got to watch out for, right? That is really cute. I like it. It's a nice touch. All right, I guess I'm going to watch Monster Hunters. It looks, we'll see. Looks kind of maybe interesting. If not, Fifth Element is. That's an old one, you know, Bruce Willis. But it's a good old movie. But, alright, we're going to kick back and relax and have me some hot coffee. Sit by my nice warm fire, buddy heater. Not fire, fire's outside. Sit by my nice warm buddy heater and watch me a movie for a while. It's about 6 o'clock. So I'll probably watch movies and just hang out and enjoy, you know, go out, play with the fire, that sort of stuff, and just have me a really nice evening. That sounds good, don't it? Not bad. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby at all. Got plenty of light. Like I said, I can see really well. I like it. If you're going to camp, man, this is the way you do it, ain't it? Just go all out, you know? Overkill it. Hunt flies with intercontinental ballistic missiles. Overkill. Alright, I'm gonna watch me an overkill movie. See y'all in a minute. It's about 8, and hang on. It is now 35 outside, and 44 is this thing. It's near the fire, so that one's the actual temperature, the 35. Heather's brother Steve got that for me. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but it's a monster light. Light up the whole river bank with it. It's not that big either. It's just a little, handheld, but it's all battery, USB, rechargeable. I like it. Nice. Thank you, Steve. Use that puppy in camping already, huh? We done put him to use already. Got him out tonight. Which I guess you could have a real fire down here. There's a fire pit. There was right there where someone had a fire. Looked like a couple weeks ago or something. So you could, have a big bonfire here if you wanted. Nobody cares. All this is floodplain. All this riverbank down here, it's real wide, and the river kind of swings around it. And it's just a floodplain. You wouldn't want to be here if it's been raining. I can tell you that. The river will come up really fast. If it rains, this little spot I'm on will be underwater in no time if it were to rain. But we don't have any rain in the forecast, so everything should be good to go. I can kick back, enjoy my little evening out camping, and test my new toys a little bit later. See how my heater works in that little camper. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm very excited about the little camper. I really am. I'm hoping we can get to do some traveling, have some fun, and do some really cool stories. Like I said, that thing will double our range. So all we got to do is figure out a way to make it all work, make it comfortable, and make it warm. Because the next 5 months are going to be cold weather. That's when you can get into these old graveyards back on these mountainsides, is when it's winter time, all the vegetation's down. So that's when you got to do it. So a lot of it anyway. The ones that are back in the mountains and stuff, those are very inaccessible during the summer months. Rattlesnakes and weeds up to your eyeballs. Not anymore though. Not anymore. Fall has pretty much taken out all of the leaves. Well, about 9:30 now. Figured I'd go ahead and heat me up some coffee. Have something nice and warm in my little hovel. I figure here in a little while, about 10, I'll go ahead and fire up my heater and let that start warming up inside there. I went ahead earlier, made sure I had everything covered real good so the dew couldn't get in there. So everything should be nice and dry. And here in a little while we'll fire up the heater and let him warm up a little bit and get ready to head in and call it a night. I was hanging out by the fire out here. Well, I guess I still am a little bit. Train coming. Just hanging out watching the fire. It's still going. Ain't really hardly used any of them Duraflame. But hang on. You see the train over on the other side of the river? Like 2 engines. And I guess you'll have to take my word for it. Can't really see much, can you? Looks like I can see a little bit of the dew trying to turn to frost. Just a little tiny bit. It's alright, we fire that puppy up, there won't be no frost on it. But anyway, this has been a great little trip. I've had a ball. Just kind of hanging out, fixed me a real good dinner. Got to fish, didn't catch anything, but I got to fish anyway. Well, I just fired it up. All you gotta do is put the clips on and literally hit the start button. That's all you gotta do. When the center of that turns red, it means that the glow plug is hot and it's heating, and you're good to go from there. She'll warm up for a second and then it'll start doing some little bit of ticking when the fuel pump starts purging the lines, which there's no air in them. You know, I haven't really had anything since the last time I used it. It's still got fuel in it, so I'm getting a couple texts through every now and then. Heather, 1 bar. We tried to call, but I don't have service well enough to call, but we're getting a text. There we go. Ticking. We're getting a text through every now and again, so I'll take it, you know, take what I can get. Go ahead. We're putting out heat. Oh yeah, we're definitely putting out heat. That fast. Let's see. Going up 60, 66, 70. She's going up. Now I'll close this up and let everything warm up a little bit. I've pretty much got my fire put out, and I've got my little remote for my heater. So I've got, you know, the laptop. I'm gonna watch another movie, and I'm gonna grab some snacks. I got some hot coffee, and I should be good to go. 32 degrees. 32. Let's see. Let's see what this says. 105 degrees coming out of that right now. Not bad, huh? It's still, I still don't think it's, nope, it's still not red. She'll warm up here in a minute, but she's putting out heat already. That's exactly what you want to see right there. That is awesome. I love it. Super cheap setup too, obviously, you know, just an old camper shell. Like I said, I gave $100 for it, and I already had the diesel heater and, you know, that, the solar setup, and, you know, that battery. I borrowed that one off of my cousin Melvin, just in case, you know, have a backup. Just getting settled in. Thought I'd watch a movie. Got me some snacks and drinks, candy bar. Got the remote to my heater, so I can work my heater from in here. Don't got to go outside. Check this out. Hang on, let me, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. $32 outside and 70 degrees in here. Not too shabby. That's on its lowest possible setting. It's blowing right now. About 145 degrees. Yeah. Seems to be going away. I believe that thing's actually drying drying out the condensation. So yeah, that's bonus, right? Yeah, I got a light back there, sorry. But yeah, the battery's doing good. Everything seems to be humming along just fine. And you know, like I said, it's warm. I'm not cold at all. You know, the floor, I'll be honest, I need a better mat than just a little blanket. I can feel a little bit of cold. You know, the bed, the truck bed, the metal bed, feel a little bit of cold, but that's the only thing that's even remotely what I would consider cold. You know, it's very warm in here. Very red too, isn't it? Very red in here. It's like sleeping in a doghouse. I'm used to a big tent where you've got room. You know, where, hey y'all, how you doing? I'm used to a tent, you know, where you got room to move around and stuff like that. I mean, granted, it's a really elaborate doghouse with heat, but you know, I'm used to more room. It's a little bit of a, we'll call it a learning curve. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, that'll warm your feet right up right there. That is really nice. And it is cold, cold outside too. That is sweet. It sealed right up. And where I left the screen, it worked great. It holds that stuff in place. That Mylar holds that stuff in place, and everything stays right where it's supposed to be. Seems to be working really good so far. I'm liking it. Let's see. Where's red? I thought I had a. There we go. Oh, come on. That's not what I meant. That's kind of cute too. We'll go with that. Like a party in here now. Yeah, it's a party in here, y'all. Come on in. It's a big party and everybody's invited. As long as none of you are bigger than, I don't know, 1 inch. You can't really fit a whole lot of people in the back of a truck, can you? I guess you could do 2 though. I mean, you know, there's room to put, you know, a bigger mattress. There's certainly room to put a bigger mattress in here and, you know, settle in. It's very cozy, very warm. I actually feel more secure in here than I do in a tent. You know, you got a hard shell around you. And, you know, it should hold heat better than a tent. So I think I'm good to go. You know, like I said, I've slept in 20-degree weather with nothing but the blankets that I'm using. So blankets and heat, you know, we should be good to go. But it's very comfortable. It's been a nice little trip. I've had fun. I hope y'all have too. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. You know, some of it's kind of cool anyway. The heater's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a sweet little setup. I like it. I know it's a little bit hillbilly. I know. The whole thing is a little bit hillbilly, you know, though. It's a 20-year-old truck with a $100 camper. You know, the whole thing is a little bit hillbilly. But I guess that's kind of the point, isn't it? You know, hillbilly files. I guess that's kind of the point. You know, it's cool to be a hillbilly these days. It used to be a derogatory term. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna get off here, settle in for the evening, watch my movie. It's called Monster Hunters. So far all I know was a spaceship crashed and some alien apparently ate this dude. So yeah, we're gonna see what's up with that, and kick back, have some snacks, and just chill out for a little while and enjoy the enjoy the peace and quiet, and my first time camping in a truck topper. Very first time doing this. Well, I do believe it's about that time. Watched a little bit of another movie and just kind of hung out for a little while, enjoying my little dog house. And I guess I'm gonna call it a night and see if I can't get a little rest. I've got a really comfy bed, so I should be good to go, I do believe. And I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning from underneath. Good morning under the blankets in the back of the truck. It's about 8 o'clock. It's cold. 35 outside and 35 inside. To be honest, the hyper insulation and the heat was a little bit much, so I just killed the heat. I killed the heat and just slept with the hyper insulation. Did good. Did well. Like a burqa, a big red burqa. Where is Leo? He's in there somewhere. 35 degrees, y'all. But yeah, so I guess I need to jump up and switch my heat on, and I guess I'll get up and fix some breakfast. Where are you? That's better. Hi, y'all. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna jump up, turn some heat on, and get ready to fix some breakfast. Stayed pretty warm, 35 or not. My feet, you know how you'll kind of curl up on your side, you pull your feet up, and then when you roll over on your back, you straighten your feet back out and push them back down there. That was the only thing that got even a little bit cold was, just feet. They're just in socks. There's nothing else, just the socks. And so you push your feet back down. They get a little bit cold every now and then, but that was it. That's my bedding. That's pretty much all I needed. Like I said, this very setup right here, I've camped down into about 20, 22, something like that. So, with just the bedding stuff. So I figured we could probably survive 35, and it looks like we may have lived. I'm not sure yet. I'll see when we get up. But so far, so good, right? We ain't dead. We didn't freeze to death. We're alive. Okay, I guess I may as well get up and start my day. It's about 8. I slept in a little bit. I was going to get up about 7. But to be honest, the bed felt so good. It felt so warm and snuggly. And you stick your hand out, or, you move your blanket or something. And it's 35, out from under the blanket. It's 35 in here. You pull your hand back under the blanket. And that pretty much works with your whole body. You just kind of snuggle back up. I'll get up in a little while. I ain't ready yet. But I guess sooner or later, you have to get up, right? I guess we're pretty much at that point now. Just about have to get up because it's 8 o'clock. It's the middle of the day. You got to get up. All right, let's get to it. Priorities. Coffee outranks breakfast. Coffee first, then breakfast. Check this out. I took a little walk earlier. Just came out. You can see the sun just thinking about coming up over the mountaintop right there. A little bit of light. Just a hair. Good morning, world. Alright, let's go heat up some coffee and get ready to have some breakfast. Let's see how it is. I left it frozen and wrapped up. I froze the breakfast solid and left it frozen and wrapped it up. Oh yeah, it's still solid. Oh no, that's the egg thing. Eggs. Oh, that's that other pork chop from yesterday. It's still good though. It's still frozen, 30-some degrees. Sausage links and little pancake, little French toast slices. That sounds good. There's your coffee. Yeah, you sizzle, baby. Warm up. There you go. Speaking of, I ought to go ahead and turn my little buddy heater on at my back. Have a little heat behind me. Which I guess it's not that bad. What is it now? Probably it's about the same, I'm guessing. 38. That one still ain't cooled off yet, and he will. Starting to look like something now, ain't it? The maple links and French toast sticks. That's what I couldn't think of earlier. Couldn't think of the name of them for some reason. Let's brown those real good. And then I'll move everything to the side and put the eggs in the middle. And look at that one. Golden brown. Just the way you want them, right? Smells really good, the maple sausage. Oh yeah, smell. Oh God, you can smell the maple, can't you? That's wild the way that stuff works, ain't it? But yeah, we'll give them another minute or so. Flop them around a little bit more. And get them good and brown. I like sausage the same way I like everything else, nice and crispy. So we're going to get them well done and then put the eggs right in the middle. I forgot the fork, but I did bring an egg turner. So we're good. I've still yet got my marshmallow fork. I've got about half a dozen of those actually. We'll be all right. We'll make it work. We got the egg turner. That's the main thing, ain't it? Not really sure how this serrated pan is going to do with eggs, but it's really good non-stick surface, so I don't think it'll stick or anything. Turning them might be an issue. We'll see. Never tried it on a pan like this before. Never tried to do eggs on a pan like this. But we'll make it work, won't we? One way or another, we'll make it work. That looks really good, doesn't it? Roll over. There you go. You too. Yes, sir. Or ma'am, depending on your case. Alright, a little bit darker, a little bit browner. And we'll put the eggs in. I had the heat turned up high, but I started to burn one. Nah, you better cool out. Tell me that don't look interesting. We'll put the sausage links around the side. They're done, so we're just keeping them warm. And the French toast is pretty well good, so figured I'd do just put the French toast there and put the eggs in the middle so they're not running all over the place. Worked out pretty good. We'll see how well it does when I go to turn it. And that'll be the fun part right there. And we're just about ready. Come on. Be a good egg. That's what that saying means. I never got that till just now. And it's sticking a little bit right here in the middle. There we go. Holding together so far. Oh, sorry. That just looks cool, don't it? It looks really cool. Alright, I think I'm going to need both hands to turn this. So I'm going to turn the camera off just for a second. And, well, let's see. I'm going to try again. Oh, yeah. We got under that time. Okay, we'll give him another second or two then, and then we'll try it. Actually, let's try this. If the little tripod will cooperate. There we go. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going in. Wish me luck. Sweet. As Melvin, my cousin Melvin would say, sweet. Now that just looks really good. Flawlessly executed. And that, I do believe I'm going to call that done. What do y'all think? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Not too shabby, huh? For a riverbank breakfast, that's not too shabby, is it? Alright, kill the heat. And it's breakfast time. Well, I've had breakfast and started to put stuff away. You know how that goes when you're camping. You get this stuff out and set it up. It's really easy when you're doing that, but when you're starting to pack it all back up, it ain't so easy now, is it? It don't go so quick now, does it? Not sure how that works, but here we are. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. That fire maple stove I mentioned. Look at this. I'm just sit down and take me a 5. Wanted to show y'all something. This is the obviously the thing I was cooking on. Look at this. I cleaned this with a little piece of paper towel. Looks nude on it. Does not stick at all. I don't know what they're using, what kind of coating. I'm assuming Teflon blend of some sort, but it works really, really well. I really like fire maple. They have a lot of really cool stuff. I got everything packed up and loaded except for the canopy itself. And I was kind of wanting to hang out, for a little while. Heather's not expecting me home for a couple hours anyway. I was kind of hoping to hang out, let some of that dew from last night evaporate in the wind. But it got cloudy and started raining a little bit, drizzled on it a little bit. So I'm probably not gonna get her dry, am I? But I guess I may as well. I believe I will. I'm just gonna toss this in the back of the truck and clean it up a little bit, let it dry, and then put it away. How cool is that? I love the windows in this thing. I really do. I really do. And dim corners. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to get out of here and throw the canopy on the truck and head on home and hand this video over to Heather. And guys, we will see y'all the next time, whether it's on the trail of a historic story or some wilderness adventure out in the middle of nowhere in the freezing weather. Whatever the case may be, I hope you guys have a really good day, and we'll see you the next time on the Hillbilly Files. Leo out. See y'all later.